staying off the interstates, I stopped at this gas station cafe deli to have a yogurt parfait and an egg salad sandwich, and they're closed because of COVID, but the lady said I could sit here just to get out of the sun for a while. Everyone has been so nice to me on this trip. Americans are kind and thoughtful and very nice. That's my takeaway from this trip, pretty much. I want to tell you one more motorcycle story, though. And this is the worst thing that never happened to me on a bike. This happened about 13, 14 years ago. I was on my old BMW, the 1150. And my friend Kristen and I were away for the weekend. We went to a church retreat at Ridgecrest in Black Mountain, North Carolina. We rode our motorcycles up there. And on the last day of the retreat, we decided we'd go down to Lake Lure and have lunch before we went back for the closing thing at the retreat. So we had our lunch in Lake Lure, and what was funny is at that lunch, Kristen said to me, "If anything happens to me on my bike, don't call my mom. My mom doesn't want that call." She said, "Call my sister." And I said the same thing. I said, "If anything happens to me on my bike, don't call my mom. She doesn't want that call. Call my brother. He rides." So we leave Lake Lure, and we're on 9. It goes through the mountains, back up to Black Mountain. And it's twisty, it's like hairpin turns around mountainous corners. And Kristen was leading, I was following. She took a corner too hot, the centrifugal force thing was happening, or not happening, whatever. And she hit the guardrail, going pretty fast. Her bike fell on this side of the guardrail, and she flipped over the other side of the guardrail. So I pull up, I hop off my bike, and I remember the tire of her bike was still spinning. And all I could hear was Kristen screaming, the pain, my leg, the pain. I was beside myself. So I ran to my bike to get my phone. This was like before smartphones. And a motorist had come by and said, "I already called 911. And luckily, the Black Mountain Fire Department and EMS is like right there, just a few miles away. It seemed like they were there before I didn't even have time to think, and they were already there. So they put Kristen in an ambulance, and they asked me if I wanted to go in the ambulance. And I said no. I said, we're all packed up to go home. I had everything on my bike. So I said, I'll just follow you to the hospital in Asheville. So Kristen went to the hospital in Asheville. I stayed there for a few days. I got a hotel and stayed with her. She had to have surgery. To this day, she has a metal pin and a bunch of screws in her leg from that accident. So it didn't happen to me, but it was hairy and scary when it happened. That's my last motorcycle story. I'm almost home. Hi, family and friends. My last day on the road. I'll be home this afternoon. However, I'm pretty sure I'm going to run into some rain today between here and home. The radar map is looking not good. So I have my rain gear at the top of my top case, and I'm ready for whatever the weather brings. Hi, Biggie. I'm drenched. I wanted to read you something. I'm reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And there's something that this guy says that I just want to share with you. He says, on a bike, you spend your time being aware of things and meditating on them, thinking about things at great leisure and length without being hurried and without feeling you're losing time. That was kind of my trip. That sort of sums it up. The kindness of people and the meditation of the road. That's what I have enjoyed in April 2021. So I thank you for following along, and I'll see you soon.